enough and up, don't play. Through Union and Hustle, don't play that.
Let's do it.
Money.
We better out. And we out here making money now.
Real fight stars do this, just gonna get 100 hands on his face.
That bitch gonna go up. We see the fight. It's alright, get up. Anybody say they claim 77 lucky games? Well, we made that loose fakes. I don't think sweet.
This my shit. You come through this bitch playing crazy, we gonna flip your shit. Phone them great.
Don't try to run, cause we gonna be.
Hey, yo, black man, what's happening? Peace, man, what's happening? Yo, black man, go mentor the black kids, black man. We need your help, black man. Save our children, black man. Tyrone Jr. need help, black man. Megatron, Tyronius Prime needs your help, black man. Ray Jr., Pookie Jr., Shoot 'em Up Man Jr., Cripface TJ Jr., Ghostface Killer Jr., Casper Jr. Yo, black man, the black children need your help. Save these young black boys, black men. Yo, shut up. Shut up. We're not saving nothing. You hear me? Yo, black men. I don't know about you guys. I'm not mentoring black children. There was a tweet last year, right? It went viral on Twitter. It will always be Twitter. It's not called X. It's Twitter, right? There was a tweet last year of a black woman saying, "Listen, black men, mentor these black boys." Who? Him? Who? Him? Daquan? DeMarcus? Daquavius Jr.? No. Those are their big homies right there. See, a lot of you simps who come into the picture later on in their life, right? You meet the black woman when she has boys, but they're already teenagers. That's his big homies right there, black men. That's his big homies right there. Listen, that's who's mentoring the young black children. And who's mentoring those teenage boys? Guys in their 20s. And who's mentoring the guys in their 20s? Older black men in their 30s and 40s. If you're wondering where a 7-year-old or a 10-year-old or 12-year-old might get a gun from, that's his big homies right there, black men. Or if black women come across this video, listen, matter of fact, for black women that come across this video and you got kids by Tyrone, you got kids by he was 6 foot tall, he got dreadlocks, his Johnson was mega size, ultimate size, he had a gun, he in the streets, he making fast money, he a scammer, he doing this, and that, and the third. Listen, if your baby daddy has a criminal background or he's 6 feet in the ground right now, listen, those are his children. So you shouldn't want the black man that you wouldn't give a chance to help you take care of that nigga kids. You feel me? Yo, listen, just because you waited and got your career first and then got pregnant by a bum like them, listen, no. I want you to look for other black men. Listen, look for the pro-black simp. Look for the reformed Tyrone, the reformed Pookie, the guy who's fresh out of jail and he went Muslim, but now he's trying to preach back to the community. Listen, I'm not saying some of them guys are the worst people, but look for him to mentor the children. Don't look for the black men that don't want to date black women no more. Look for the black men who are still out here looking for black women. He feel like, yo, it's still some good ones out here. He feels like, yo, listen, I got the diamond in the rough. He feels like, listen, I found the rose growing out the concrete. Listen, look for those guys. He's standing outside your local deli right now. He's outside your local bodega right now. It's wintertime. He has on Timberland boots, a Burberry belt, a Louis Vuitton belt. You feel me? He's wearing a Moncler. He has on Cartier buffs. Listen, look for him. He's preaching knowledge, stuff that you don't know about. Listen, look for him. He's towing a gun on his hip. Look for him. He's strong. He represents masculinity, right? Listen, stop looking for the men that you don't want in your prime years. Stop looking for the men that you will talk shit about all because he's dating somebody that's non-black. Why does that matter? Listen, this is my last statement to black women, right? Please, the men that you have these children with, right? These degenerate children, these children that will have a helmet on in a classroom. The same children, listen, when it's time to take a test, they're coming in. Listen, the men that you have these degenerate children with, right? When it's time for him to take a test in school, and some other teacher is coming in the room, pulling him from the classroom to take a test somewhere else. Listen, you guys know what I'm talking about. Listen, when they come and get those same kids, right? Remember, Tyrone created those children. You may like him because he's 6 foot tall or whatever, and the kid's gonna have a beard by the time he's 12 years old. Okay, cool. Cool. For the same nerd who went to your school, now he's working in IT. You called him corny back in the day. Please do not look for those kind of guys. Let those guys go and live their life. He remembers back in the day when you curbs him. He remembers back in the day. Listen, that I made that video. And I'm done talking to black women at this point. I made the video, black men. I said they want you to forget about the past. No, 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 no. She was having fun on the back of the four-wheeler. She was having fun on the back of the Kawasaki. You feel me? He was doing football length wheelies down the block. Matter of fact, it took him 4 blocks just to do a 100-yard wheelie. Yo, come on, black men. You guys know what I'm talking about. Listen, look for those guys. Let those guys mentor the black community. Let those guys mentor young black boys. Let him show them how to go and flip a pack, hold a pistol. You feel me? Let him how to go and throw up gang signs, how to hit licks. Go ahead, please. Please. We need more 6-foot dreadheads. We need more black men who are willing to tote a gun and go to jail. We need more young black men like that. For all the black men who want to go somewhere else and do your own thing, listen, those are the guys who I make content for. Please, black women, keep looking for Tyrone. Keep looking for him. I want all black women, if there's guys, if you could look right at him and you can tell within 0.013 seconds. Listen, for all black women right now, listen, if you could look at a man and tell within 2 seconds you wouldn't give him no pussy, listen, let him go and do his own thing. Don't check for him later on in life. Listen, when you're done with Tyrone 1, move on to Tyrone number 5. After Tyrone number 5, move on to Tyrone number 10. Make sure you're constantly dealing with Tyrones, okay? Let those guys go and mentor the black children. Yo, black men, this is why you need your passport. This is why you, first of all, before you get the passport, you need to practice semen retention. This is so off in the video, but I'm going to mention this real quick. Forget all of that nonsense you see online talking about, oh, semen retention gives you powers and it makes you glow and women can smell the pheromones. You can walk on water like Jesus. No. What you're going to develop doing semen retention is self-control. Once you gain that self-control, you can break away from black women. Listen, the pussy, same thing with that simp said in my last video. The pussy got him under control. See, that's the thing. Black women already know you've been starved out for so long. Listen, some simps are going all of high school, no pussy. All of college, no pussy. Okay, even if some guys got a taste, that's the whole like mental thing behind what black women do. They give you a little bit of pussy. It's like giving you drugs, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Once you on the drug, you're hooked. Now somebody can control you because they're gonna ration it out to you, and you get desperate over time. That's why guys are so willing to go and crack on some big shit or some 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. And when these simps come across a black chick who was finally a 5 or 6 or 7, you know what I mean, and she got children, yo, he'll happily take that over a 3 or 4 or a fat chick. You know what I mean? So listen, you simps, you need semen retention. For the black men who are really gonna put forth the action and break away, no more Black Johns. You going overseas, or even if you don't go overseas, you feel like, yo, there's no more black women, you need semen retention to break away. You need semen retention to break away. You will not be able to break away without it, dude. You're going to always be controlled. You're going to always be attached to them. You still need pussy. Yo, as a black man, yo, as a man in general, you should have self-control, some self-discipline. You're still little, you are still a little boy if you still want to pipe everything you see walking. Yo, black men, I'm cool. I'm good. I've broken away. I'm not mentoring young black children. First of all, hold on. Let's get back to that, man, because those young black kids, they going to call you a nigga to your face. They going to tell you your advice is outdated. They going to tell you, shut up, old head. Yo, I'm 25. What you mean, old head? Yo, I had a young dude tell me my advice is outdated. And the young kid was in his teens. Yo, I'm not mentoring. Listen, if you guys want to mentor maybe your little cousin, your nephew or something, yeah, all right, that's cool. At least you guys share the same blood in some kind of ways, and he knows that you have his best interest for the most part. You're not gonna misguide him. But these other bastard kids, yo, forget that. These bastard kids by Tyrone. Listen, you saw him throwing up gang signs. They rolling up weed. He was throwing up prop money. That was prop money, dude. Prop money. And hold on. Let me mention this, right? A lot of black women probably believe, the ones that are from up north or maybe the West Coast, right? Up north and West Coast is nothing but gang culture, right? As a young black man and you're growing up, somewhere from like Maryland all the way up to like Boston, or you're growing up in Detroit or Chicago or LA, everything is about gang banging. Whether you're Crip, Blood, Latin King, GD, Vice Lord, or you're banging your neighborhood street. You know what I'm saying? It's about gangs. Most of the kids up north are in gangs. So when you think you're coming down south to raise your kids to get away from the up north culture or the West Coast culture, trust me, now you're bringing your kids around stupid gangbangers, because it's no different down south. Listen, I met those kids down there too. They gangbang. It's just a different form of gangbanging. Not to mention that the kids down there, they don't even read, man. So they're slow, unpredictable, and he's a gang member. I mean, that's how most of them are. But it gets worse in the South because, again, those kids down there don't even think, man. It's all about glorifying genetics. You know what I'm saying? Football. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, you guys can do what you want to do with that information. But trust me, for all you black women, you want to think, oh, I'm moving my son down south, man. It's gonna be more safe for him. It's more safe down there for him. He'll be a good kid. Oh, trust me, because Tyrone runs the South. The biggest dudes get all the action in the South. The niggas with the most money get the action in the South. At least you have the option to date outside your race when you grow up north or on the West Coast. When you're down south, your only option are black women. And listen, they don't want you if you're not a thug. They don't want you if you're not an athlete. They don't want you if you're not degenerate. So I'm not wasting my time mentoring young black boys. Listen, black men, I'm trying to put my passport to use. I need more stamps. I want to go and see what Aruba looks like. I would love to see what Costa Rica look like. I would love to see what Brazil looks like. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see what the continent looks like, man. I want to go back to the motherland. Listen, they always say, listen, go back to Africa. Well, listen, I'm trying to. I really am. I'm trying to. Can you guys help me with that? Listen, I want to go. I want to see. Sorry. I would love to see what Japan looks like. You know what I'm saying? I want to be outside the country, black man. I don't know about you guys. Or even if I was staying here, listen, I'm not kicking my feet up, inviting black women over my place. Yo, I'm trying to bust that down. Nah, dude. Nah, I'm chilling. I'm cool. I'm cool, black man. Yo, you guys can go ahead and mentor the kids. I don't want to mentor somebody who doesn't want to listen to me, first of all. most young black kids, depending on where you're at. Again, I think that's part of the reason why black women they want to move kids down south. Cities up north, they don't really punish the young children, man. Like the young kids, they can go in and out of jail, and it's like they're constantly forgiven. And I can't say that about the South. I will say that about red states. Red states, they will punish you regardless if you are 16. You know what I'm saying? 15. Like you will be punished. You know what I mean? So I think that's part of the reason why. But you know, black men, I feel like the wisdom I have, the knowledge I have, that's for my son or sons, plural. I don't have them yet, but hopefully one day I will. I'm hoping that I can pass down my knowledge, my wisdom, my skills, my intellect. Do I wonder if this, right? Do black women understand that intelligence is a dominant gene? When you breed for height, strength, maximum Johnson and everything like that, bro. Okay, that's cool. If you're breeding warriors, where are the fucking generals at? Where are the chiefs at? Yo, you got two types of generals. Two types, really, man. Most generals are trying to win wars, not battles. When you breed for Tyrone, he wants to win battles. A general wants to win the war with the least amount of casualties. When you breed for Tyrone, he wins this fight, but he loses the next 10. But people want to glorify that one fight he won. But he's being outsmarted. But you're breeding for warrior genetics. Okay, cool. Fine, go ahead. I'm not saying that just because you are, Greek god build, you're an idiot, you're a moron. No, but it's common sense. It's common sense. If you're genetically gifted in a physical area, you don't have the mental. I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm not saying you can't follow commands. I'm not saying you don't know what 4 times 4 is. But I'm telling you, Tyrone's stats don't equate to intelligence. It doesn't. That's just not how black men are wired, dude. You guys can argue with that, but it is what it is. Tyrones usually get put in their position due to physical prowess. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You look intimidating. You look like you know what you're doing, but you don't know what you're doing. But because you have the look, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to prove yourself. That's the whole thing with Tyrone's stats, that black women just accept it where he doesn't have to prove himself. Whereas the average to below average man, you're the non-select black man, you have to prove yourself. First of all, you have to build yourself up to a level where you even have the chance to prove yourself, and then you still get rejected. But Tyrone, he can walk through the door and it's like, oh, he's 6 foot tall. He know what he's talking about. He has a beard. He know what he's talking about. Anyways, like I said, they want to be Dr. Giro. They want to create the perfect black man. In their eyes, what they define as perfect. Anyways, I'm done with this video. I'm not mentoring black children, young black boys. Black men, I suggest that you keep your money, your resources, your wisdom and guidance to yourself. If you have nephews or cousins, help them out if they want it. But forget that, I told you, in about 25 years, 2050, the American black community will be ashes. Black women are continuing to breed for physical prowess over intelligence. They are breeding out the gene pool in the black community. I'm telling you guys, I mentioned it. All the children who were born from 2015 to right now are byproducts of Tyrones. Good black men, honorable black men, respectable black men are not having children with black women. Maybe a few, and these guys are like 40 plus. But even then, as a black man and you are a good dude, if you're not dropping that money to send your kid to a good school, maybe in a white area, because honestly, if you send your kid to public schools on the black side of town, no matter what city you live in, yo, you're going to school with Tyrones. You're gonna watch. I'm not saying you can't still produce a good kid, but I'm telling you what it's gonna do to your son's mental, because I'm telling you, this next batch of children, right, who are 5 years old right now, in about 10 years, right, 20, what would that be? 2035 to 2040. Watch, between 2020, I'm sorry, between 2035 and about 2040, or I'll give it a 10-year gap. I'll give it a 10-year gap. 2035 to 2045. That's why I said by 2050, it will be in shambles. But between that 10-year gap, watch how so many black kids that were born right now, the pandemic babies, or the late 2010 babies, yo, that's gonna be the worst batch of young black boys ever, dude, because by that point, the black intelligent gene will have been bred out by then. Yo, what a layup to the system. Black women make it so easy. Anyways, black men, I'm out. Peace.